You're listening to the sounds of R&B entertainment.
At 17 we fell in love, high school sweethearts. Love was so brand new. We took the vows of man and wife, forever for life. I remember how we made our way, a little patience, the times we prayed. Can't imagine that this love is through. Feeling the pain, girl, when you lose. Oh, it's too hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again. Welcome to another edition of the Rico Report. I don't know why I was feeling this beat right now. Listen, it's draft time. It's not far from here. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. I don't know if you guys are just freaking sitting under a rock, but I'm excited as heck when it comes to this draft coming through, man. We got big things coming. If you guys have been sleeping under a rock, the Bills are drafting at 25, and we have no idea where they're going. I know where I'd love them to go, but I don't know if we're going to see that. I think I'm going to be heartbroken. I think I'm going to be sitting here going, man, we took that dude when we could have took that dude. It's just always the way it plays out. I don't know why. I don't know how. We always end up getting somewhat disappointed. Very rare does a draft fall the way that you thought it was going to fall, unless it's something that is blatantly obvious, right? Am I wrong? Am I right? I mean, we knew we were going to try to grab Ed Oliver because we wanted interior linemen. We needed something. We knew, you know what I'm saying? Kyle Williams, you know what I'm saying? Time was ticking. We needed to do something. So what do? We bring in Ed Oliver. We knew it was happening, right? We knew we needed a quarterback. We needed to hit on this quarterback. We've missed on multiple quarterbacks. We thought we had something in J.P. Lawson when we traded up for J.P. Lawson. Remember that? Ben Roethlisberger was on there. Eli Manning, I think, was on that one. And then we came back with a 22nd pick and picked J.P. Lawson. What do? We force ourselves to be excited, right? Then JP go to Tulane. Big arm from JP Lawson. It's going to kill it. I mean, we had some good moments with JP. Not even going front. There were some good times with JP. But at the end of the day, man, didn't pan out. So what do we have to do? Draft Josh Allen. And Josh Allen has hit. We weren't all the way thrilled about it. I know I wasn't, but we knew we had to pick that dude because we were in need. How often do we sit in a position where we're not in need? This draft is one of those moments where we're not in desperate need. We needed a linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. We needed a corner, Trey White. We needed a cornerback. You know what I'm saying? We needed to say so many things that we needed a left tackle, Cordy Glenn. We had so many needs. So there were things that were just we knew it was coming. Now, this draft, boy, oh boy, this one's a little different because we don't have any glaring, and I seriously mean this, we don't have any glaring needs. If for some reason, and let's keep it funkier here, if for some reason the Bills did something just unheard of, right? Integrity in the toilet. We did some poo-poo-ish. You know what I mean? Last year, we knew all the outcomes. The refs were telling us everything, and this, that, and the third. Whatever you think of that is so egregious to sportsmanship. And the NFL officer said, we're going to strip all your picks this year. Truth be told, I wouldn't be freaking out. I'd say, okay, let's run it back. Could you say like, oh man, we really needed this draft to really? No. That's how good of shape that we are in. That's good roster management from the GM. That's good player development on the defensive side from Coach McDermott and his staff. Fam, we're in a damn good position. We are in, it's Kool-Aid now, man. Everything is cool going forward. So we can go in any direction. And that's why I feel that we're going to be sitting here. Everybody's got their guy. I got my guy. You guys already know my guy. And my man Rev and my man Zbot, last night's show was excellent. They did Zbot and Rev, they did an excellent job. Rev came in and he couldn't have said it better when explaining why Breece Hall made sense. Man, I was sitting there with a tear down my cheek. I was like, because y'all already know how I feel about it. It just needed to come from somebody else to explain why this move would be great. But ladies and gentlemen, the draft is upon us. The draft is upon us, and I'm looking forward to it. And we can go in so many freaking directions, man. It's just one of those situations that we're in the luxury. So what are we doing? So then I'm like, this draft got me thinking. What was your favorite? What was your favorite draft class? Right? Because there are draft classes in the NFL, draft classes in the NBA where you remember that draft class, right? Because that was like, okay, shoot, there was a lot of players that came out that year. Holy crow, like that's crazy. Look at all the talent that's there, right? So then I started thinking, I'm like, what draft class was your favorite by the Bills? Was it the 2012 draft class? Was it the 2002 draft class? Was it the 2007 draft class where here's the thing. I'm going to go, was it the class of 83? Was it the 83 draft class, right? Was it what? The Jim Kelly class? Or was that the year after? Was that the Thurman class? I can't, you know what I mean? I was born in 84, so I got to go back and try to figure it out. But I'm very curious. So what I did was I went back to look at all draft classes from the Bills, our draft history. How do we do? What was the deal? And man, there were some awful draft classes when I look back at it. I was like, golly, what were we thinking when we drafted X player? And then you look at the second round, the third round, and it just got worse. My goodness. So I wanted to give you guys draft class 2000s and up, right? I could have went way back. I could. I mean, to see like, what would it look like? But there's a lot of younger cast I would not know anything about. I'm seeing the 80 class or the 70 class. I mean, you'd have to be a student of the game. You got to be a Ronald Wriggler. You got to be a Jeff King. You know what I'm saying? The OGs in the game, the John Yodases, the OGs in the game that know, you know what I mean, those classes from way back. So here we go. My page just got closed. So I got to reopen it. That's annoying. Boy, do we have some doozies. We had some doozies, man. When I go back to the NBA, I believe 96 was that draft class that was nasty. It was a nasty draft class. There were some players that came out of there. You're like, man, oh man. Man, oh man. So as my thing queues up here, which is queuing up right now, I'm what was your in the draft? Like, you tell me what your favorite draft class was. You know what I'm saying? Was it the 2018 draft class? The Josh Allen draft class? Was it 2011? Was it 08? Which one was yours? You guys let me know in the chat. And I'm gonna go back all the way to 2000s. And it's gonna be, you know what? I'm gonna go past that. Just for fun. I'm gonna start in 95. 95. 95 was a decent year for some. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us were just, you know what I mean? We were playing marbles and fucking pogs and stuff. So you wouldn't know, you know what I mean? Or a lot of us, you know what I mean, were high school, just finishing university. You know, everybody's got their era, what they were doing in 95. So 95, check this draft class out. Reuben Brown, the great guard Reuben Brown, first round pick. He was pick 14. Could you imagine picking a guard at 14? right now. People would lose their ish on you right now. It's all about tackles, no guards. Don't even grab guards. You know what I mean? And by the way, I mentioned Pogs. You damn right. And I had my slammers were unique. I had the thick old metal slammers. I don't know if you guys ever had those unique slammers. You had the spike slammers. I hated those. They ruined the Pogs. If somebody came out and they had that spike skin, I'm not playing you. You're gonna lose first of all, and you're gonna try to unless I go first. I had the light, thicker paw, the slammers that you can. That's bringing me back. That's bringing me back in the day. I don't know if you guys ever played Pogs. I mean, that was my thing, man. We had the little pouch, the rock pouch on the fanny pack, all the stuff in there, the marbles. Ooh, back in the day. Anyway, I digress. Let me get back into it. So 1995, we had Reuben Brown, Todd Collins, Merlin Kermer, Damian Covington, Ken Irvin, Justin Namor, my goodness, I remember that name, Tony Klein, and then John Holisek, Shannon Clavel, Tom Nutton, and Derek Holmes. Running back with 244th pick. Okay. 95 class, not bad. You got Reuben Brown out of it. That's a great class for getting that guy right there. Let's go to 96. 96 wasn't a bad year either, right? You had Eric Moulds. The great Eric Moulds comes out out of Mississippi State. Then Gabe Northern. Remember linebacker Gabe Northern? I do. Matt Stevens, the DB, the white DB. You don't see much white DBs these days. You know what I'm saying? We grabbed Matt Stevens in the 3rd round. All right, Matt Stevens, go ahead, boy. Sean Moran, Raymond Jackson, Leon Neal, Dusty Ziegler, center. That's a name for you. Dan Brandenburg, Jay Remersma. Now, that is a name right there. Jay Remersma, we grabbed Jay Remersma with a 244th pick in the 7th round. We had 3 7th-round picks. Jay Remersma was one of our better tight ends in Bills history. Jay Remersma was pretty decent, man. I remember Jay Remersma. Like, we grew up, young Rico's watching Jay Remersma, right? I was like, all right, Jay Ray. 97. I don't know how y'all feel about this one. Antoine Smith. How dare you grab a running back in the 1st round? 1st round, 23rd pick, Antoine Smith, right? Keep in mind, Thurman Thomas was getting a little older. You know what I mean? So we had to, make that transition. So here comes Antoine Smith in the 1st round. The 97 draft wasn't a bad one. Then we went with Marcellus Wiley, defensive lineman Marcellus Wiley. I liked that Marcellus Wiley. I was like, okay, that's my guy. And I love Marcellus Wiley today on TV. Marcellus is that dude. Jamie Nails. Remember Jamie Nails, the guard? Then we had Sean Woodson. Then we had Marcus Spriggs. And then Pat Fitzgerald. You know what? That Marcus Spriggs just reminded me of Marcus Springs, the Seattle corner. I love Marcus Springs, man. Oh, man. That was back in the day, man. That was the day I was like heavy into Madden. So I knew all these players all over the place. That's how you learned who the players were too, when you played a lot of Madden. So that was the 97 draft. Not a bad draft. Decent. I like Marcellus Wiley. 44 sacks career with the Bills. Let's go to 98. Sam Cowart, Robert Hicks, Jonathan Linton, Fred Coleman. I mean, that class, Sam Cowart, all right. I remember Sam Cowart. But that class, you kind of like, You're not really sitting here like, oh, what a class. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some classes when you go back, you're like, golly, what was that? So here we go. 1999. This is where things start to get interesting. I don't know if you guys like this 99 class. I didn't mind this 99 class. Right? We got Antoine Winfield. 1st round pick. 23rd pick, Antoine Winfield. Are we going to go with a corner with the 25th pick this year? And peep the trends as who we draft in the 1st round. Peep the trends, right? So Antoine. Then we go 2nd round, we go Peerless Price. Peerless Price had a money time in Buffalo. Then he got his money, went to Atlanta, and then that was it. You know what I'm saying? He went down. I think he had one good year with Atlanta the first year he was there. And then he just downhill from there. He had like vision issues or whatnot. But Antoine Winfield, Peerless Price. Then we had Sean Bryson in the third, running back. Keith Newman, Bobby Collins, Jay Foreman, Armin Hatcher, Sheldon Jackson, Bryce Fisher. Nothing crazy. But Peerless Price, Antoine Winfield, right away get on the field. See, you see what's happening? The first two rounds, man. I know people want to talk about like development. You want to grab guys in development. I mean, listen, that's where the fourth, fifth, and sixth rounds come in. 1, 2, 3. I need you guys to be able to contribute right off the bat. Third round, if you have to kind of compete and you don't make it, you're a backup, cool. But my first and second round pick, I need you to contribute ASAP. That's why I said watch for the smoke screen. Oh, we just want to be here to develop guys, and I'm okay with looking for the future. I mean, people think, okay, they're not going to grab a running back. They're looking for the future. They might grab a guard. We're safe. We're going to grab that running back. We don't have to move up. Bills are like, got him. Maybe. Could be. This is gamesmanship happening right now, folks. Watch out for the smoke screen. That was the 99 draft. How'd you guys feel about the 99 draft? Antoine Winfield, Peerless Price, and it kind of tills down. And that's typically what happens, right? All right, now let's get into the 2000s. This is what I wanted to get into. And this is where you start to see, okay, this is where the Bills started to really, we were no good going forward. And I wanted to see what we did to try to make our team better. So 2000 draft, we draft Eric Flowers. Golly. Eric Flowers. 26 pick defensive end. Then we went Tavares Tillman, Corey Moore, Avion Black, Sammy Morris running back. Golly, what an awful draft. Listen, the 2000 draft, terrible. Let's go to 2001. Maybe we start to get a little better. Maybe, Ronald Wrigley, you are a witty man. He wilted for sure. What an awful draft that was. The 2000 Bills draft, nasty. Let's go 2001. 2001, Nate Clements. I love Nate Clements. It would have been nice to keep him. And then the beautiful thing about it is when you see a player leave the Bills and they don't do so great, you're like, okay, good. We made a good. We that was a good decision on letting them walk. By the way, shout out to my man John Formicella. What up, Johnny? What's happening, boy? So there's ample 2001 draft. Nate Clements. Here's where I love this draft. 2001 is where we're like, okay, we're trying to make something happen here. This might be one of the better drafts, right? Nate Clements, round 1. Aaron Schobel, round 2. Travis Henry, round 2. Right? So your first 3 picks right there, legit. Aaron Schobel is nasty. 78 career sacks with the Bills. Hello. Nate Clements, you already know what it is. 36 interceptions with the Bills. Let's go. You feel what I'm saying? Travis Henry, you already know about Travis Henry. He's a baby mama maker. I'll tell you, man. This boy's got a lot of baby mamas. I'll tell you that. Then you got Ron Edwards, defensive tackle. I remember him. Jonas Jennings had a couple moments with the Bills. And then Brandon Spoon, Marcus Sullivan, Tony Driver, Dan O'Leary, Jimmy Williams, Reggie Germany, Tyrone Robertson. But those are depth guys. But we hit with the first 3 freaking picks. If we need to hit with our first 3 picks, it's a must. And I trust Brandon Beane to do that. So far, the 2001 draft has been the best draft thus far. And then we follow up with the 2002 draft. Remember that? Mike Williams with the 4th pick. Bum. Absolute bum. Then we draft Josh Reed, slot receiver. Not a lot of speed. You know what I'm saying? Catch it in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he won't run away from you. But he was one of those reliable guys that you can count on a little bit in the middle, right? Then we went with defensive end Ryan Denny. Then we went with Coy Wire. Remember Coy Wire? Justin Banan, Kevin Thomas. Like the rest of Dominic Stevenson, Jared Ferguson, dude, terrible. Nothing great. Let's go to 2003. Now, this is a draft. We went with Willis McGahee, and that was a controversial pick, right? Because Willis McGahee's, my man's knee got blown out. You guys saw that. I don't know if you guys have seen the footage. If you guys, some of you young folks are in here, may have not seen the footage. But my goodness, that boy's knee did this when he got hit. It was nasty to look at. But guess what? We drafted him anyway. And he had a decent career with the Bills. Then he went on to Baltimore, had a decent career with the Baltimore Ravens. Not bad. Don't draft a running back in the first round. He was pretty good for us. By the way, shout out to my man, Matt Haddon Productions with that super chat. Appreciate you, my G. I truly am in on the process. Pick best available at any position, my man, other than quarterback, in rounds 1, 2, and 3, and 4. The rest are just special teams roster fillers. In my honest opinion, mount up. I hope I read that super chat just right for you. He's right. At the end of the day, I think all Bills fans can agree with me with we don't really care. I mean, we have our personal preferences as to who the Bills pick, but we don't give a damn. As long as you guys put a great product on the field, something that we can say we're proud of, something that we can actually go and give you money to go sit in the stands and watch this product, and you give us a Super Bowl with this product, you ain't going to get a complaint from no Bills fans. Bills fans will be content with that, 100%. And Ronald Burger, you are right. Clements was a Dolphin killer. I mean, the Dolphins, man, it's a weird relationship we have with the Dolphins, man, because I feel like we've owned the Dolphins. But when they had that Ricky Williams era, that Ricky Williams was a problem. If you guys go back and watch Ricky Williams with the Dolphins, that boy was a freaking problem. Yeah. I did not like that era when they had Ricky Williams. He was hard. He was a problem for us, man. Golly. Let's continue. Chris Kelsey, second round pick. Then we had Angelo Crowell, linebacker. Remember Angelo Crowell? Then we had Terrence McGee. We hit on 4. Angelo Crowell was a good little backup. You know what I mean? He had some time on the field. Chris Kelsey was decent for us as well. He was okay, nothing crazy. 32 sacks with the career Bills. I mean, good player. Angelo Crowell was all right too. Terrence McGee. I love Terrence McGee. He was one of my favorite Bills players. I liked him. I was a big fan. Northwestern, right? Then we had Sam Aiken. Then Ben Sobieski, Lavale Spey, and Mario Hagan. Remember Mario Hagan? Mario Hagan had some good time. He and this is the worst part. Our 7th round pick, not that there's anything wrong with it. Our 7th round pick got some playing time. This is how bad our 2000 teams were. Ugh, gross. But that 2003 draft was I think our best one so far, right? When you look at it, I mean that one with Travis Henry and against the 2001, that's a good one too, man. But I think I'd take Nate Clements, Travis Henry, and Aaron Schobel. So far, 2001 draft has been the best one. Has been the best one thus far. And I was a big fan of Terrence McGee. Big fan. Number 2-4, Terrence McGee. Loved him. So 2003 draft, it's the second best draft thus far. Let's go to 2004. This is where we grabbed Lee Evans. We grabbed Lee Evans with the 13th pick. Lee Evans, I like Lee Evans. Lee Evans gave us a spark, right? Now, it was Lee Evans, then it was Josh Reed. We had Josh Reed in the slot at that time as well. So we were like, okay, but who's going to throw us the freaking ball? Who's going to throw us the freaking ball? Guess what? Here comes J.P. Lossman. We go right back into the draft in the first round. We give up a whole bunch to get back into the first round, to 22nd pick, and we grab J.P. Lossman. J.P. Lossman, 33 touchdowns, 34 interceptions. Not great. Not great, Ken. Right? So we go Lee Evans, J.P. Lossman, Tim Anderson, Tim Ewis, Dylan McFarland, Jonathan Smith. We just hit on those first 2. And really, if you think about it, we just hit on 1. Lee Evans. And J.P. Lossman, J.P. Lossman had some moments, man. He had some moments. There were times where we saw J.P. just chuck that thing up, and Lee Evans, smooth as ever, runs right underneath that. Boom. There was always times where I'm like, oh, he overthrew him. Here comes Lee Evans. That connection had me as a Bills fans excited. I was like, okay, we got our quarterback. Let's go, JP. But Lee Evans, though, could you imagine Lee Evans with Josh Allen right now? You just know he's gone. Man, I messed with Lee Evans, man. I liked him. I was a fan. But Lee Evans it felt like he only had one route, and that was going deep. You hardly caught him on a slant. You hardly caught him anything. It just felt like it was always a deep ball to Lee Evans. That's what it felt like sometimes, somewhat, right? I don't know if it felt like about that for you, but it's what it felt like for me. So we follow up that draft with going with Robert Parrish. Rob, you got me saying Robert Parrish. there goes my basketball head. Roscoe Parrish, right? Out of the U. That he gave us a sparking punt returns and all that. I love that, right? Kevin Everett, tight end Kevin Everett. Duke Preston, Eric King, Justin Gessinger, and Lionel Gates. Wow. So we gave up the last year's first round pick in the 2005. So we didn't have a first round pick, so we had to go with Roscoe Parrish. So was Lee Evans worth? Was JP Losman worth it? Hell no, he wasn't. But that's what you got to do sometimes, right? Here comes the 06 draft class. Dante Whitner, John McCargo, Ashton Yabodu. Remember Yaboudi? It's not Ashton, it's Yaboudi, right? There goes Ashton Yaboudi. Yeah, Cole Simpson. Here comes Kyle Williams in the 5th round pick. Brad Butler. Then we had Keith Ellison, Terrence Pennington, and Aaron Murs. So Dante Hittner. I used to think Dante Hittner was like, all right, man, we got ourselves a real damn safety. Let's go. Right? He's gonna knock your block off. Dante Whitner. Turmoil, man. That's the only thing I can say about Dante Whitner. Dante Whitner came through, and I was like, I wasn't thoroughly impressed with Dante Whitner. You know what I'm saying? Dante Whitner he had his time, and then he was out. You know what I'm saying? But he gave us 3 sacks and 11 interceptions with his time with us. And then we had Ashton Yabodu. We thought Ashton Yabodu was going to do something. Nah, he didn't do anything. Cole Simpson, I thought he was going to do something with a name like that. Cole Simpson, bum. Kyle Williams, though, we found a gem in Kyle Williams in that 5th round. LSU. Let's go. 07 draft. Marshawn Lynch. This was an interesting one. The 07 draft was very interesting. Marshawn Lynch drafted in the 1st round. He's drafted with the 12th pick. Then we go with Paul Posluszny from Penn State. Paul Posluszny, I don't know, man. That was an interesting career we had. I thought we had this boy's neck was like a block right on his shoulders. Trent Edwards, Dwayne Wright, John Wendling, Schumann, Derek Schumann, the tight end, you know what I'm saying, from Boise State. I remember that. And then we had CJ IU. Now, Marshawn Lynch, we already know about Marshawn Lynch. It's a shame because it would have been nice for him to stay with the Bills, but all that stuff that was happening with him, it is what it is. But going back, Trent Edwards. I was excited about Trent Edwards because I thought, okay, we got our guy from Stanford. He's got, I think, who was it? Somebody from the Walsh. I think it was Walsh. Walsh was like, this guy's the next guy. You better watch out for him. He's going to be amazing. And I drank the Kool-Aid. I was like, all right, this guy's the dude. And I thought he really was until he got his brain scrambled by what? Aaron Wilson? Cardinal safety came in out of nowhere and scrambled Trent Edwards' brain, and Edwards was never the same after that. He had potential until that hit came in. It was over. He was now tentative Trent, right? Check down Trent. That's when he became check down Trent. He was shook. The minute he felt some kind of pressure, it was running back. My goodness, what a frustration. What a frustration, man. Trent Edwards. So much potential. But boy, the Adrian Wilson had other plans for him. I said Aaron Wilson. Adrian Wilson had other plans for that man. He absolutely ate Trent Edwards' lunch. When you get a free shot like that, that's a kill shot. That is a kill shot. And whoever let that man, whoever didn't check over to, you know what I'm saying, and cover that safety coming in, boy, oh boy, shame on you. You just ended Trent Edwards' career because it was never the same after that. Poor guy. Let's go to the 08 draft class. Was this your favorite? Leotis McKelvin. Leotis McKelvin, I didn't mind that coming out of Troy. I was like, okay, he's going to be pretty nice. I know that my man Bryce had Leotis McKelvin on his top 5 busts of all time of the last 20 years. I disagree with that. I thought McKelvin was a decent player. He just had some bad breaks. You know what I'm saying? 15 interceptions with us. That's not bad, man. That's not bad at all. 15 interceptions. I will always remember that punt return that he bobbled. My gosh, I don't know how y'all felt. You guys remember the punt return, the fumbled punt return by Leotis McKelvin. My gosh, to this day, it bothers me when I think about it. And Leotis McKelvin, when they put a microphone in front of this man's mouth, I mean, I live in Canada, man, and Canada is very international. And I lived in Ottawa, that was the capital, and we had every nationality you can think of. And I'm pretty good at kind of dissecting, you know what I mean, what you're saying. Leotis McKelvin, though, I didn't understand a word that man was saying. I had to slow it down. I said, what'd he say? He was the mumble king. If he was a rapper, yo, he'd be legit right now. He'd be selling albums like you wouldn't believe. But I don't know about calling him, you know what I mean, a bust. He ain't no, he was no bust. Sorry, Bryce. Not happening, right? So Leotis McKelvin, James Hardy. Now, how many people have to sell themselves on James Hardy? The big boy out of Indiana. Okay, we need a big boy receiver. He's going to do it. He's going to be that guy. It's a shame. It's a shame because, I mean, he ain't with us today, but it's a shame. Damn. Then we go Chris Ellis, Reggie Corner. Remember Reggie Corner? Reggie Corner. We got ourselves a corner right here, boy. Nope. Derek Fine, Alvin Bowen, the linebacker. I remember Alvin Bowen. Xavier Oman, Demetrius Bell. Remember Demetrius Bell? The estranged son of Karl Malone, the mailman. That was interesting. Yeah, he's my dad, but we don't talk. Why? You know how that is. And then Stevie Johnson, my favorite Bills player of all time. Stevie. You know what I'm saying? Yeevy. Love that pick because those are one of those things where you're like, okay, we got this guy out of Kentucky. He doesn't got the speed, but he's unorthodox. Let's see what he's got. And boy, did he put the work in, and he became one of the best Bills receivers that we've had. And for me personally, the Bills were such trash in the early 2000s and late 2000s. No one was paying attention to the Bills. No one. Absolutely no one. Here comes Stevie Johnson. Stevie Johnson had pride in these Bills. Nobody was even looking our way. Nobody was even bragging about us. There was no way. Stevie Johnson comes in and says, you know what? F that, man. Yo, I'm a Buffalo Bill. That's what we do. You know what I mean? The mafia, the this, the that. Then he came through and put Buffalo on the map slightly, right? And then his play started to get better. You know what I mean? 3 seasons of 1,000 yards back to back to back. We haven't had that in a long time. So, like, we started to get a little bit of notoriety. And then he started connecting with Fitzy. And that's when it started to get good, right? Then we're like, okay, maybe we got something in these Bills with Fitzy. The Irish rifle. You got me saying the Irish rifle. The bearded one, right? Fitzy then was clean. He was clean shaven back then. And then he started to get his act together. And then boom, we started with that connection between him and Stevie was nasty. Dang, man. The times we had, man. The Jets were doing some big things then. You know what I'm saying? Darrell Reeves, you know what I'm saying, was on that squad later on. Stevie flooded that island a couple times. I don't care what anybody tells me. Stevie flooded that island a couple times. You can't, how do you cover something that doesn't give you, your prototypical, you know what I mean? Stevie wasn't like that, man. He'd cross you up at the line and then run his route. You're like, what just happened? I just got my hands broken and I didn't even get my back pedal yet. Stevie gave him that AI. Crossover. Man was playing and one at the receiver position. Who does that? Right? And now you see how route running is today. Sometimes it's not, the conventional route running is not the way it is. Now it's find your way to get open. If you have to set your guy up, it's chess. If you've played receiver, I know my man Pierre's played receiver back in the day. I know some of y'all have played receiver back in the day. It's chess, man. You setting your receiver up. You're setting him up all the time, right? You know the script, the first 15 scripts, right? So you want to get a feel for your defender. You know what I'm saying? You set them up, and then when you get that play, when you look at your quarterback, yo, that's what we're doing. All right, game time. Da-da-da-da-da. Gone. You've seen it. These guys now today, their routes are pristine. You're like, wow, unbelievable. And Stevie kind of started that trend of, yo, I'm not your traditional type of receiver, man. My job is to just get open. That's what I do. So that 08 draft class with that Stevie Johnson in the 7th and Leotis McKelvin wasn't so bad. It wasn't a horrible draft, but it was okay, right? Here we go, 2009. Y'all remember that one, right? First pick, 11th pick, first round from Penn State. Career sacks with the Bills, 6. Aaron Maben. Oh my God. Dude, he was 180 pounds. 6, 180 pounds. And we thought that he's just going to get around the corner and he's going to real do it. Dude, he was an epic bust. And then here goes to the Jets, thinking that I think he had as much sacks with the Jets as possible, but he was just simply there to pass the rush. That was it. Third down, Aaron Maben get in there. We tried to make him something that he was not. There's a chance you take on a guy like that. We took a chance and we freaking failed. But we didn't fail in the second round because we got Eric Wood. Then we got Jarris Bird, right? Then we got Andy Levitri. Fam, that draft. If not, dude, if we chose somebody else in that 09 draft class. I want to see who was in that 09 draft class. Who was after in that 09 draft class? Because you choose a guy like Eric, what a shame. What a shame. Matthew Stafford was the number 1 pick that year. I mean, nobody's more upset than Seattle with Aaron Curry. What an epic bust. Aaron Curry. Then Mark Sanchez drafted, right? So then here come the Bills with the 11th pick. So here is who was after. We had Brian Orakpo that we could have grabbed. Brian Cushing. Remember Brian Cushing? So we had Alex Mack, center. Percy Harvin was picked in the 22nd pick. Could you imagine Percy Harvin with Stevie Johnson? Come on, people, right? Vontae Davis. We got him a little too late in his career. Clay Matthews. Then we grabbed Eric Wood later on. Man, Kenny Britt was there. Yo, Aaron Maben, dude. Aaron Maben? He surely duped us, though. Aaron Maben got us, man. He duped us real good. We could have had Brian Orakpo. Ooh, these draft, listen, it's when you go back and look at these draft classes, man, it does make you wonder, man, it's super tough to draft consistently and to try to get good players, man. It's such a crapshoot. It is such a crapshoot. We took a chance on Aaron Maben, and boy, did we fail. Here comes the 2010 draft. Mind you, we drafted Marshawn Lynch in 07, right? And here comes the water bug, right? CJ Spiller. You guys already know how I feel about CJ Spiller. I think he had one good year with us, and that was it. I hated his play style. He never wanted to go inside. He always wanted to go outside. Anytime there was a hole, I'm going to go outside. Oh, there's a big lane right here. I'm going to go outside. Listen, that year when he had that monster year, I think it was 2012, we had a monster year. You couldn't stop that man. But you had Fred Jackson on the squad too. So it was, man, we had CJ Spiller, Fred Jackson, and Marshawn Lynch on the same squad. Unreal, right? Unreal. And we had to make moves and let go of my man. But CJ Spiller, one of those running backs where, yes, he had the speed, but so I tell you, man, speed ain't everything. You got to be able to do it all. Do it all, right? Like number 28 out of Iowa, outside, inside, shake you, catch the ball out of backfield, pass block. Just saying. So we go CJ Spiller, first round, 9th pick. Then we go Terrell True. This is where things kind of go. Alex Carrington, not great. Marcus Easley. Always liked Marcus Easley. Always rooted for Marcus Easley. Poor guy had bad knees, man, but I liked him. He had the speed. He had the size that we needed, but just bad knees, and he was a special teams ace. I would have loved to see him more in the starting line, but he just couldn't stay healthy. It sucked, but I really was a big fan of Marcus Easley. Then we went Ed Wang, fifth round pick. Awful. Then you didn't want to cross the moats. We went Arthur Moats. He had a good time with us. And then he had 16.5 sacks with us. Nothing great. And then Levi Brown, Kyle Callaway, Danny Banton, we didn't really do much. So that draft really is CJ Spiller. Everything else after that, ain't nothing. And Pierre's talking about put some respect on CJ's name. You know what? I'm sick and tired of Pierre. I am sick and tired of you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's okay to just speak it. Put some respect on CJ Spiller's name. Stop your nonsense. Stop your nonsense, man. 1 year wonder, CJ Spiller. Hit the sideline, CJ Spiller. And here's the thing. He would have got paid too with Buffalo. But he thought, I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to go to the Saints where you fizzled out. Now, I'm talking about CJ the player. CJ the player, not my fan. I'm not a fan. CJ the individual, very good individual. What a nice, wonderful man. But him on the field with Buffalo after that 1 year, nah, I'm good. No thanks. But Pierre, always with the love. Oh, Devin Singletary, that's my guy. Love Devin Singletary. RB1 Devin Singletary. Put some respect on my guy's name. Wait till we draft Hall. Pierre's gonna be like, Hall, let's go. What about? No, I still love him, but we're good. Well, you better stop, man. Yo, Pierre, hilarious, bro. But anyway, I digress. CJ Spiller, Terrell Troop, that 2010 draft class, man, snooze fest. Now, here's one that kind of got interesting to me. 2011, Marcel Darius. Hold on a second. Let me go back. He goes, you fail to understand the situation. He was drafted to perfect situation that Gailey was gone. Boy, please. I'm not buying it. If you're going to listen, I'm going to tell you right now. And this is where everyone's got a legitimate gripe to draft running backs, right? You draft a running back with the first 15 picks, you better be a freaking baller. You better be a baller, right? And I need to have at least 4 to 5 years of good service out of you. And if I can't use you anymore after 4 or 5 years, when you're trying to get your second deal, I'm okay with letting you walk because I got the best out of you your first 4 years. And maybe if your health has stayed intact and we have a role for you or whatever the case is, maybe you'll get to your second contract. Very rare that these running backs get their second contract. But if you do, okay. But to tell me, oh, put some respect on CJ Spiller's name, for what? For what? Tell me for what? Nah, I'm not doing it. So drafting a running back with that first 10 picks, first 15 picks, you better do it. CJ Spiller did not. He had 1 year. 1 year. And if you're a nice back, it doesn't matter what head coach that comes in, you got the abilities to kind of fit with everything. You want to run power? I can run power for you because I can do it all. Oh, you want speed? I got you. 4.39 speed. I got you. Oh, you want me to catch at the back for you? You want to split me out wide? Sure. I got you because I can do it. I can do it all. Those are the type of running backs you want to grab. You know what I'm saying? If you deem it the right move, you want to grab early for your team if it works. So when the name Breece Hall comes up with the 25th pick, not the 5th pick, the 25th pick, oh no, we can't do that. You don't want to invest that. You want to invest for the future? You grab yourself your running back that protects your damn quarterback. You want to invest for the future? You want to grab a running back that takes the stress off. Your quarterback doesn't have to do it all. Trust me. Josh Allen's got broad shoulders, man. Yo, he will tell you, bring it. Bring it on. But that's a young mind. You know what I'm saying? Smart. He's very intelligent, but that's a young mind. Bring it. I can do it all. But you don't got to do it all. Let me help you. Let me help you with a first-round draft pick, a running back that can catch out of the backfield, pass protect and protect your ass. You know what I'm saying? Run inside, run outside. And now boxes are going to be heavy. Yo, that play action is going to be money. Play action, they think it's going to him. I got my man Stephon Diggs down deep. I got Gabe Davis down deep. Oh shit, who's that? That's Isaiah McKenzie going deep. But no. Let's just chill and wait till the 3rd and 4th round and 5th round because that's where they're all at. I gave you guys the stats already. Go look at every draft class. Go 4th round and beyond. And how many solid backs come out that are like legit. maybe less than 10. Go and look. Go from 2000, you want to go to 95, go from 1990 up to now. I'm going to tell you, you ain't. You want to grab your guy, you grab him early. But I know what Pierre's doing right now. Him and I, we've been boys for a long time. He knows how to try to irk me up. But we're also in a draft that we can go anywhere. I mean, I'm already at peace with knowing that they probably won't grab Breece Hall. They're gonna grab something like completely like different, right? So like for me to get all my emotions, like who should go and grab, because that's just the way it is, right? You think he's gonna grab the guy sitting right there, 25th pick. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. What? We took a freaking safety? Okay. All right. I guess we know exactly what we're doing right now. We're making a decision on Jordan Poyer. You feel me? So like it's one of those situations where I'm not trying to get my hopes up for nothing. I've been there before. I'm gonna post a video tomorrow of my man Kevin. Did you see Kevin 2 years ago? They took who did they take? Roquan Smith or Roquan, whoever they took. Kevin lost his ever-loving mind. What? My head is pounding. Yo, my man lost his shit. I'm gonna post a video. I got it queued up. I'm gonna post that shit tomorrow. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, let's move on. 2011 draft. Marcel Darius, Aaron Williams, Kelvin Shepard returns into Jerry Hughes, Denoris Searcy, Chris Hairston, Johnny White. I remember Johnny White, Chris White, Justin Rogers. That's Pierre's favorite player, Justin Rogers, and then Michael Jasper, the big boy, Michael Jasper. Marcel Darius, man. What an unbelievable talent that dude was. 37 and a half sacks for us at a defensive tackle, man. Dude, man, if he had his mind right and he was ready to roll, man, he would have been so nice for us for the long haul. But here we are. Funny story about Marcel Darius. So my sister is, she lives, I got to read the super chat before I keep going. Third best back on the roster, CJ Spiller, behind Lynch and Jackson. Facts, and more facts. If not for the silliness, you know what I'm saying, of Marshawn and, you know what I mean, the recklessness of Marshawn, shoot, man. He was just coming into his own. He would have been a nice fit for us, man. Damn. Well, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Anyway, funny story for Marcel Darius. So my sister got married to a nice man, and they moved to Alabama. You know what I'm saying? So my man Willie, what up, Willie? And he goes, yo, you'll never guess who I'm seeing right now at the barbershop. I was like, who? He goes, your boy. I was like, my boy, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, yo, Marcel Darius. I was like, oh, say a word. He's like, you'll never guess what he drove here. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, he's probably like a Lamborghini, and he's got some big, you know what I'm saying, Mercedes, whatever, you know what I'm saying, the BM. He's like, no. You want to know what his vehicle of choice was? It was a freaking Brinks truck. He's like a blacked out Brinks truck. He drove that shit here. That's what he's driving. I was like, you lying. He's like, hell no, I'm not lying. Check this out. I mean, you kidding me? Yo, when you got a guy wearing a sailor hat, you feel me? He the captain of whatever he's doing. It doesn't surprise me that he was sitting here driving a damn Brinks truck around Alabama. Maybe they do things different in Alabama. You know what I mean? Maybe they do things different in Birmingham. I found that hilarious. I said, fam, you lying, man. And he took a picture and everything. I was like, okay, believable, because I see it with my damn eyes. Your parents like, yo, watch the draft. Watch we draft Isaiah Spiller, just trigger Rico. Hey, listen, that Spiller, if we draft Isaiah Spiller, I will be just as happy. We draft freaking Kenneth Walker, I'll be just as happy. My preference is Hall, but dude, those are the two top backs. Rashad White, I like a lot too. If we, for some reason, we don't take Bryce Hall and we wait and we actually grab, you know what I'm saying, Rashad White, I'm happy. Rashad White can ball. He can play. I like him a lot. You know what I'm saying? But my guy is Breece Hall. You already know that. Now, moving on. Marcel Darius, Aaron Williams. I should get Aaron Williams on the show, actually. We've chopped it up before, so I'm going to hit him up and bring him on the show. and maybe he can shed some light for us. Maybe on draft night, we'll bring him on draft night and be like, yo, talk to us. How did it feel when you were drafted? You know what I mean? We might hit him up. Second round pick, you know what I'm saying? Out of Texas, my man Aaron Williams. Here we go. 2012, Stephon Gilmore gets drafted. 27 interceptions, 1 pick with the Bills out of South Carolina. Then we go with Cordy Glenn. Now, the 2012 draft class, all right. TJ Graham, wow. TJ Graham. Let me tell you, man. TJ Graham. I've never met a receiver that got into his own head as much as TJ Graham. The amount of I swear he has more drop footballs than he has receptions. I'm obviously exaggerating, but that's what it felt like. It really felt that way. You threw a ball, he had speed for days. But when that ball came to him, fam, he was like a character from Little Giants. You can't catch nothing, man. I was like, yo, TJ, come on, fam. Give me something, man. Nothing. Blazing speed, like my man Ronald Wrigley said, man. Blazing speed, no skill. What an awful pick. Where did he come from? He came what? He came out of, where did TJ Graham go? North Carolina? North Carolina State, man. Fam, let me tell you something. TJ Graham, 61 receptions with the Bills, 794 yards and touchdown. Come on, man. Come on. What a shame. I understand what they were trying to do. They wanted that speed. We didn't have it. Nigel Bradham in the 4th. I really liked Nigel Bradham. I was a fan of Nigel Bradham because Nigel Bradham, when he hit you, you felt it. He wasn't bad in coverage, but boy, when he hit you, he hit you with all the nastiness in the world. I was sad to see him go to the Eagles because he had a decent time with the Eagles, at least the first couple of years, at least with the Eagles. I really wanted us to keep Nigel Bradham. I thought we were going to, but boy, did he bring the heat. Man, see, and this is the time where we were in the brink of like, okay, we got to stop letting our guys go, right? And this is why I hate when Whaley catches heat, because he's seen the trend of the Bills just let players go all the time. He's like, we got to start keeping our own, right? So here comes Nigel Bradham. We had Nigel Bradham. We let him walk. We didn't want to pay nobody. Then we had Ron Briggs, Zebry Sanders. I remember Zebry Sanders. Tank Carter. I remember Tank Carter at TCU. Mark Asper, John Potter. Ron Brooks was all right. I didn't mind Ron Brooks. He didn't really do much. He was more of a special teams guy, but Ron Brooks was all right. But Nigel Bradham, I liked Nigel Bradham a lot. TJ Graham, bum. Cordy Glenn got us Josh Allen. And Cordy Glenn worked himself to a second contract. That's when we started to keep our own. We started keeping our own guys. Stephon Gilmore. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he wanted a lot of money. I can understand why we didn't pay him because that was a lot of money he was asking for. I get that part. 2012 draft class. Not bad. Here comes the 23 draft class. This is where Pierre became famous because he willed it. He said, folks, those are the words he used. He said, folks, EJ Manuel's our guy. Shut up, Pierre. Dr. Tomato. Whoa. I'm telling you guys, calm down. EJ Manuel's our guy. Hear me out. And he made a video. And I got it queued up right now. Watch this. I'm just kidding. I don't have the video queued up, but it would have been perfect. And that was a young-looking Pierre. No beard, clean-shaven. He's like, that's our guy. Our guy, EJ Manuel. He was pounding the table. Is what they say. Pound the table for EJ Manuel. Well, 2012 draft pick, EJ Manuel. Then Robert Woods. I loved Robert Woods. Still love him to this day. And I hope he has really good success with the Titans. I think he's with the Titans now. I hope he has a lot of success with the Titans. Kiko Alonso out of Oregon. The legend of Kiko. I don't know what made him a legend in Buffalo, but they kept on calling this man the legend of Kiko. Marcus Goodwin. Listen, Marquise Good. This draft wasn't a bad draft. If if EJ could have just put it together and coaching staff would have had respect for him and really give him all the resources to really help him out. But EJ Manuel, Robert Woods, Kiko Alonso, Marquise Goodwin, right? Then we had Duke Williams, the DB, Jonathan Meeks, Dustin Hopkins, and then Chris Gregg. Chris Gregg he had a decent little career with us. Chris Gregg, he stayed around, man. He was working his way, man, out of Arkansas. Chris Gregg was a trend that was happening, like that hybrid, you know what I'm saying, fullback, tight end type of guy that you can put him anywhere, right? That was Chris Gregg. But that draft class wasn't a bad draft class. EJ, Robert, Kiko Alonso, Marquise Goodwin. Man, what could have been, man? Marquise, that speed that man had, because we missed out on freaking TJ Graham. So at least we had Marquise Goodwin. And I was really glad for Marquise Goodwin when he left and went to the Niners. He had a decent little career over there too. But that 2013 draft class wasn't bad. It just sucks that there weren't any good quarterbacks in that draft. It was EJ Manuel. There was who was it? I'm trying to think. It was my man that's in Seattle right now. Freaking what's his name? What's my man in Seattle? He was with the Jets. I don't know why it's eluding me. His name is eluding me. Please help me out because it's super bugging me right now. But that 2013 draft class didn't really have anything special. It really didn't. Geno Smith, thank you very much. Yeah, my man Geno Smith. Yikes. And those are the two. We're like, okay, is it going to be Geno? Is it going to be freaking EJ Manuel? Who's it going to be? This is the draft class. Yikes. Yikes is what I got to say. Mike Glennon is, and this is what pisses me off right now. I will tell you right now. What really pisses me off, I'm going to say it with my chest. What pisses me off right now is the fact that Mike Glennon got opportunities to get paid. Blaine Gabbert is getting opportunities to get paid. And Colin Kaepernick can't even get in the league. And I know people are talking about, but Colin Kaepernick hasn't had a good year since 2016 or whatever y'all want to say, or hasn't played since 2016. But Blaine Gabbert's still in the fucking game? Pardon my language. Mike Glennon got a freaking huge contract with the Bears. The Bears are dumb, number one. Mike Glennon? Give me a break, man. Man, that 2013 draft was poo-poo. Awful. Not great. Now, keep this in mind. The next draft class, this is where Whaley was officially the man, right? The parting gift from Buddy Nix was drafting EJ Manuel. That was his parting gift because I'm leaving. I'm going to give you guys a franchise quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And here we go. Did you really give us a parting gift in EJ Manuel, buddy? No, you didn't, right? So a lot of people want to say, well, that was Doug Whaley's pick. He picked EJ Manuel. No, bitch, he didn't. Okay? That was Buddy Nix. Buddy Nix is like, I'm going to give you guys something before I leave. Here y'all go, EJ Manuel. All right, let me mess with him, right? Now here comes Sammy Watkins. We trade up to number 4 pick where this class was a solid receiver class. We could have had Odell. Kelvin Benjamin was in that class. Then we had Sammy Watkins. But I will say this. Sammy Watkins was actually a freaking good receiver. I don't want to hear, we know what's happening right now. Injuries have got a hold of him. But Sammy Watkins was a really good receiver. I could see why we traded up. Did we need to? Mike Evans was in that draft. Fam, let me try to go see that draft class right now. Because I need to see who was in that draft class. If you really think about it, some people try to hate on Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins was a freaking great receiver, man. Out of Clemson, man, we all watched the YouTube videos. He was dominant. So you could see why the Bills decided to go in and try to grab him. But man, that receiving class was a solid one. It was a 2014 draft. Like, my thing is slowing down right now, so I'm not trying to mess with it. But the 2014 draft class, let me just go through it. I'm gonna rock with it right now. Well, man, oh man, oh man. What a time. Because if you think about it, when Sammy came through, I don't care what anybody wants to tell me, y'all were excited. I know it wasn't too exciting that we had to trade up for it, but anytime there's a trade up, you're like, okay, like we're getting someone good. And I call cap on anybody that said they weren't excited when we traded up to get Sammy Watkins. Because at the time, it was a good pick. It was. But it just didn't work out the way we wanted to work out. But when in hindsight, you look at all the receivers that came out of that, and here's the thing: a lot of people are mad because we could have grabbed Khalil Mack, and that was the big one. That was the big one. A lot of folks were a little upset because when you look at who was picked in that draft, I could see why people get upset. I really could. Khalil Mack was available. And Khalil Mack is going to cause havoc with the Chargers. I know people want to talk about, oh, he's not the same guy. What are you talking about? He's still that dude. So when you look at that, it was Jadeveon Clowney, right? Number one. Sammy Watkins traded up for Sammy Watkins. Then Khalil Mack right after. Right after. Jake Matthews, Mike Evans went 7. Eric Ebron. I thought we were going after Eric Ebron, truth be told. I thought we were going to stick and say, okay, we're going to grab Eric Ebron. We need a tight end. That's the route we're going to go. And then we traded up, right? Odell Beckham, 12. Man, I'm looking back at it. Brandon Cooks was in that draft class as well. Holy, Odell was in. Yo, fam. I'm looking at this thing, man. Let's keep going, right? So we had Brandon Cooks. Kelvin Benjamin got taken in the 28th. I'm looking at all the other receivers. Let's see. Marquise Lee. You had Jordan Matthews was chosen in the 42nd. A lot of people were talking about Matthews was a decent pick over there. Devontae Adams with the 53rd. Oh, man. There were some good receivers in there. Allen Robinson with the 61st pick. Jarvis Landry with the 63rd. Man. Man, oh, man. Moncrief. He was in the 3rd round. John Brown, that same year, 91st pick. Whoo-wee. Ain't that something, man? So it goes to tell you, man, you think you got it, but you don't. You think you do, but you don't. Because it just shit happens, man. So here we go. Sammy Watkins, Cyrus Kouandjio. What an awful, awful pick that was. Cyrus Kouandjio in this area. Like, listen, shame on Whaley for wasting a second round pick on Cyrus bum-ass Kouandjio. Then we took Preston Brown. Respectable career with the Bills. Ross Cockrell. I liked Ross Cockrell, man. Ross Cockrell was a solid piece that we felt that wasn't good enough to make this roster. Shame on us, number one. And he goes to the freaking Steelers and had a damn good career with the Steelers. I think he's probably still in the league right now, maybe. Rondell Johnson, that linebacker Rondell Johnson, and Central Henderson. Central Henderson dropped because of character issues. That's all I'm gonna say. Central Henderson was all right, man. I was rooting for Central Henderson. He had some good moments with the Bills, right? Now we gave up a 1st round pick, so here comes the 2015 pick. Then we go Ronald Darby in the 2nd. Brandon Bean comes in and says, "Nah, we good. Out you go, out you go, Ronald Darby." Then we grab John Miller, Carlos Williams. What could have been with Carlos Williams? What could have been with Carlos Williams? And then he got fat. If you guys watch, that was my poor rendition of Jim Rome when he uses that fat button. I fucking laugh. I die when he says that fat. Yeah, Carlos Williams picked some weight up. Doug Williams was like, "Yo, fam, you got to lose some weight, kid. What are you doing? I need you." Didn't work out. And it just never panned out for him. Tony Stewart. Like Tony Stewart, man. He had a crazy story, man. Tony Stewart had a fiance and I think she passed. I mean, RIP. But fiance, and she had some kind of rare form of cancer or whatnot. Sad story, man. Like, I was rooting for that dude. I don't know if you read the story about him and his fiance, man. It was pretty crazy. But shout out to Tony Stewart. Then we had Nick O'Leary. Y'all remember Nick O'Leary? I like Nick O'Leary. And then they were Desmond Lewis, big boy Desmond Lewis out of Central Arkansas. That 2015 draft class, Ronald Darby was a good player. Didn't have the ball skills that we needed to have. 8 career interceptions. John Miller, man. Carlos Williams, what could have been? What could have been with Carlos Williams, man? It's a shame. It's a shame. But here we are. Now we go to the 2016 draft class. We draft Shaq Lawson, which is on the squad right now, back on it. We draft Reggie Ragland, Adolphus Washington, Cardell Jones, which I was banging the table for Cardell Jones. It's like, finally, we got ourselves Black Ben Roethlisberger in black form. Let's go. Jonathan Williams, I really had high hopes for Jonathan Williams. I thought he's that dude. That guy's going to be our guy. We're going forward. Let's go, man. In the 5th round pick. That didn't pan out. So much for grabbing running backs in the 5th round pick, right, guys? Hey, guys? Huh? Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. Kobe Listenby and Kevin Seymour. Kevin Seymour was a decent DB. Kobe Listenby, man. That guy had speed for days, but just couldn't stay healthy. That sucks, man. What did he came out at? TCU? Was it TCU? Texas? Is it Texas Christian? But man, Kobe Listenby, man. What could have been with Kobe Listenby? Dude had speed. Just couldn't stay healthy. Just could not. And it's a shame, man. It's a really big shame. Sometimes, man, that's why you got to make the most of it with these careers and try to get your draft class up as high as you can, because you get more opportunities when you get drafted higher. They have time with you and do what they got to do. But it just didn't work out for Kobe Listenby. That draft class, I mean, Reggie Ragland, I don't know if he's even still in the league right now. He went to Kansas City, and then that was it. Adolphus Washington, out of the league, very short career. Cardell Jones, out of the league, very short career. Jonathan Williams, short career. I mean, no, he went to did he go to the Colts? He went somewhere where he had some decent time. But yeah, that's the 2016 draft. Now here comes the parting gift, if you will, of Doug Whaley, right? / McDermott, because McDermott was making the picks, right? That's my team. This is my team. I don't got a GM yet because I know in the back of my mind you're getting fired. But thank you for scouting these players, sir. I'll take over, right? And not only that, you get Trey White, you get Zay Jones, you get Deion Dawkins, Matt Milano, Nate Peterman, and Tanner Vallejo. That's not a bad draft class, man. That 2017 draft class, when you think about it, Zay Jones is still in the league. He's still doing his damn thing. Deion Dawkins got a second contract playing left tackle. Matt Milano, second contract with the Bills, keeping our own. Nathan Peterman, you know what I'm saying, was a camp star. I called it when he said he was going to beat out Josh Allen. Everybody lost their shit. What the hell are you talking about, Rico? He's not going to beat on anybody. He's going to, boy from Alabama is going to get, here comes Nate Peterman. I'm going to never let y'all have it down, man. Nate Peterman, right? Clearly I'm joking, guys. But I still love Nate Peterman. That's my guy. But that 17 draft class, Tre'Davious White, second contract. Zay Jones, second contract. He's out doing he got his money. Deion, I don't know. Where's Zay Jones now? I think he's still with the Raiders. I think they brought him back, right? But man, I'm telling you, man, that's not a bad draft class. And here comes the 2018 draft class. We sitting here going with Josh Allen, Tremaine Edmonds, Harrison Phillips, Teron Johnson, Saron Neal, Wyatt Teller, Ray McLeod. Fam, every one of these guys are still in the damn league right now. Right? 4 years removed, they're still in the league because what's the average? 3 years and you're out? Austin Proehl might be on some kind of roster somewhere, practice squad, but Ray McLeod still in the game. Wyatt Teller, Pro Bowler. Saron Neal, second contract. Teron Johnson, second contract. Harrison Phillips, second contract. Tremaine Edmonds, we'll find out if he gets his second contract. Josh Allen, big time money, second contract. Bean did his damn thing. Here comes Bean once again. Ed Oliver, Cody Ford, Devin Singletary, solid back. Because I like Devin Singletary. I'm not going to sit here and hate on Devin Singletary. Not going to happen. I like Devin Singletary a lot. I think for the role he was given, for the amount of touches they gave his ass, he did what he could. There was a lot of games where man had 25, 26, 30 yards rushing, and it's not good enough for me. But opportunity was something. They were front office. They had something going on, man. They really wanted Zach Moss, the prototypical big type back, bruiser back, to be the number one back, and have Devin Singletary as the complimentary, shifty type of back. It didn't quite work out because Devin Singletary was like, "No, I'm not having that," and Zach Moss didn't take full advantage of it. I don't know what they're gonna do with Zach Moss. I really don't. Zach Moss, he knows this year is the year he has to do something. He knows that. He knows, because if he doesn't, this league is an unforgiving league, and this league will drop you quick, fast. So, Zach Moss, you know what you got to do. You got to handle your business, man, because they could be bringing a running back in, and it could be a first-round pick running back, and that's when things get a little hairy. If they don't, and they actually believe in these running backs, and they feel that this is the year because Aaron Cromer's in and we're going to do big things, and they say we're going to forego running back and we love what we have, I'll be pissed. I will tell you that right now, I'll be pissed. But what are we going to do? They got the vision. They have the vision for this team. So, but Devin Singletary is a damn good back. I don't want anybody to think that, I'm thinking like I'm hating on Devin Singletary, but I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I asked a very good question. And I said, where in the NFL right now, because a lot of folks say that Devin Singletary is RB1. On the Bills, yes, he is RB1. Definitely RB1. But is he RB1 anywhere else in the league? So I asked a question on Twitter. I said, family, folks, where in the NFL could Devin Singletary become the clear number one RB if healthy? If he's healthy and everyone's healthy, nobody's hurt, where is he going to start in the NFL? I was surprised to see that a lot of folks say he start here, he start here, he start here, he start here. And I was like, really? I found that very interesting, because I went through the AFC North. I said, all right, let's go to AFC North. Let's go Bengals. Is he going to start over Mixon? Nope. Is he going to start over J.K. Dobbins with the Ravens? Nope. Is he going to start over Chubb and Hunt? No. So, AFC North, not happening. Is he going to start over Najee Harris? No. So there's the AFC North, not happening. We're out of here, right? But he's RB1, all right? And this is no slight on Devin Singletary. This is just me explaining that this is where we need to improve. This is where we need to get better at the running back spot. We have a guy that his measurables tell you everything you need to know about what he could potentially be in the NFL, right? And they compare him to those that are doing great things in the NFL. Just saying. Shall I go on? I shall. Let's go to the AFC West. AFC West. Is he starting over Javonte Williams? No. Is he starting over Clyde Edwards-Helaire? I doubt it. And like I said, the question was clear-cut RB1. I doubt it. Is he starting over Josh Jacobs? No. Is he starting over Austin Eckler? No. So there's that. AFC West, gone, right? But he's RB1 though, guys. He's RB1, right? For those that are standing for Devin Singletary. And like I said, this ain't no hate on Devin Singletary. Just speaking the facts, folks, right? Let's go to The AFC South. Tennessee Titans? No. Jacksonville Jaguars with Travis Etienne? Probably not. Right? Who else is in the South? The Colts, Jonathan Taylor? Absolutely not. Right? Who am I missing in the South? AFC South, Houston. I think they have Marlon Mack. I think they signed Marlon Mack to a 1-year deal. And I said, if everybody's healthy, maybe that's where he becomes RB1. Maybe RB1 in Houston over Marlon Mack, if Marlon Mack is the RB out there. Maybe. Shall I go on? Maybe I shall. Let's go AFC East, right? Raheem Mostert. Do you think he starts over Raheem Mostert if he goes to the Miami Dolphins? I'd have to ask Kevin that. Kevin would give me a better idea. I like Raheem Mostert a lot. I think he was RB1 in San Francisco until he got hurt. So I would see them at least splitting, but not clear-cut RB1 over there. I wouldn't take him over. I think if they took Ramondre Stevenson or Harris and they put him on the Bills, maybe you could say they split, but he ain't starting clear-cut over them. Carter in the Jets, he ain't starting over Carter. Carter is nice. He ain't starting over there. Right? Let's go to the NFC. NFC North. He ain't starting to Dallas. Tony Pollard, the backup. You already know how I feel about Tony Pollard. He ain't starting over Gibson. He ain't starting over Miles Sanders. And he ain't starting over, who else am I missing? I said Gibson. I said the Eagles. I said the Giants. Saquon Barkley. Not happening. And this is no hate. I'm just giving you guys the facts. Like, that's not happening, right? Let's go NFC West. San Fran. He's starting in San Fran? Highly doubtful. Is he starting in Arizona? Edmonds, Connor. I think they brought back Connor. Clear-cut number RB1. Maybe he's splitting. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's probably RB2. Seattle? No. What am I missing? Seattle, San Fran, Cardinals, the Rams. Akers? No. He's not doing that either. So I went to NFC East. I went to the West. NFC South. Kamara? No. Leonard Fournette? No. I'm trying to, who else in the NFC South on the top of my head? Atlanta? Maybe Atlanta. Cordell Patterson? He's really a receiver. So I'm going to give him that. Maybe Atlanta, he's RB1. Maybe. Guys, maybe two places he actually becomes a starter. Is Edmonds in Miami? No. I told y'all, man. Yo, Miami's not playing, man. I forgot that Edmonds went to Miami. So Connor, I think Connor's the RB out there. So I bring this up not to poo-poo on Devin Singletary. It's just that for those that are mentioning that he's RB1, he's RB1. Well, compare him around the league and then talk to me about RB1. You know who your clear-cut RB1s are. Let's go to the North. Do you think he starts in Green Bay over A.J. Dillon? No. And that's the backup running back, by the way. Not happening. Is he starting over Swift in Detroit? Doubtful. Is he starting over Montgomery in Chicago? Highly doubtful. Like, what are we talking about here, folks? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's no hate. So I bring this up because we need to clear up an upgrade, right? So we can now compete and have those closeout games and compete and have that guy that can take it long speed, 80 yards, you know what I'm saying? And put things to bed early. Take the pressure off your quarterback. Didn't he play in Iowa? Breece Hall? Let me go back to Breece Hall. Breece Hall played in Iowa, right? Wasn't the argument that Buffalo needed a quarterback when we drafted Josh Allen, a quarterback that can play in the elements, that can knows how to play in the wintertime, and he's built for it, and he's got the size, and they said all these things as to why bringing Josh Allen to Buffalo would work, because he's got that strong arm, and he's going to cut through the wind and all that good stuff. Well, last time I checked, Iowa ain't California. Iowa ain't Dade County. You know what I'm saying? Iowa ain't, you know what I'm saying, Hawaii. Iowa gets just as much snow as Buffalo, no? Maybe not as much. But they get snow out there. You need a big back that knows how to deal with the elements. And that would be a perfect fit with the Winter Soldier. But Breece Hall in the backfield, Devin Singletary can sit behind him. He's already accustomed to getting 6 to 7 touches. You might as well continue with that, right? He'll make the most out of him. Am I keeping it real? What? He doesn't get enough touches. Well, you got, 6 to 7, maybe 10 touches. Oh, he can continue to get that. I'm just saying, folks, am I making a case for running back? Heck yeah, I'm making a case for running back. You damn right I'm making a case for running back. It makes sense, people. It makes sense. It just makes sense. Devin Singletary's in his last year of his contract. Is Devin Singletary, let me just say this. We don't draft a running back. Would you give Devin Singletary a second contract? Running backs are a dime a dozen. Just grab another one in the draft. I'm not going to give him another contract. Get the heck out of here. You're going to pay him another one? You're going to pay him another one. Isn't it 4 years? Hey, we got the most out of the running back. Get him out of here. You know what I wouldn't call it a knock, but you know what was said about Devin Singletary coming out of college? He had a lot of touches. He had a lot of carries. So he was going to have some wear and tear on his body. I never believe in that type of stuff, but that's what they were saying. That's what they were saying. So now he's in his last year of his contract. Next year, you ready to, when he's coming to sit at the table and say, all right, guys, I want my new contract. I didn't think so. So you might as well grab your running back right now. And if he's the clear-cut number one RB in the late first round, why wait into the second and third? Because you can get James Cook and you can get all these other guys. You can. But they will not give you what he gives you. They're good. Who was it? I think it was Bill Polian. Bill Polian said it. I was listening to a radio station. He says, hey, if you're willing to, when he was talking about the draft prospects, if you're willing to forego certain things and you're willing to accept, it's not that big a deal, then you're willing to say it's not that big a deal for anything else. If you want the best freaking back out there, you grab him because he's the best on your board. Now, Namdi asked me a question. He says, Rico, what happens if Hall isn't there at 25? Then you go corner, because to me, that's the next best thing. You go corner. I mean, I wouldn't say the next best because they're both just as important as one or the other, truth be told. If they went corner in the first round, I would be just as happy, truth be told. I would be. If for some reason Breece Hall falls to the second at 57, I am thrilled. I am absolutely thrilled. I just don't see that happening. I really don't. Kenneth Walker or Hall? If I'm gonna pick, I'd take Hall first. But it's like boom, boom. So I've seen some mocks where Walker gets chosen before Hall. Funny enough. And some people do not find Hall a top back. That's their opinion, but I totally disagree. And here's the thing. I want you guys to realize something here. This is why I feel like it makes sense. Hear me out when I say this, okay? Our O-line, until we put Ryan Bates in at guard, we started to look like a very good offensive unit. We started to look a little more balanced. We ran the ball well, and we started to do good things, right? And a lot of people felt that we ran the ball extremely well because we ran the ball so poorly at the beginning of the year. So when we actually looked like a decent team that could run the ball, we looked like we thought we were amazing. But really, that's what we should have been able to do with such a high-powered offense, with such a great quarterback. We should have been able to run extremely well all year round, but they didn't respect the run game. You know what I'm saying? They say, yo, everybody get back, man. We don't really respect what's going on in the backfield. It's just what it is, right? Now, what do the Bills do this offseason? They go and get Roger Saffold. They didn't just get a guy that can come in and, Roger Saffold is a mauler of a guard. And Roger Saffold just came from the Titans. Titans have a very good running back in King Henry. Okay? Not only that, they bring him in. They sign Ryan Bates back. Then they go and get Quisenberry. Is that his last name? Is that Quisenberry? Quisenberry was on the Titans as well. He knows what's really good. He knows who they know what he knows, where they were blocking for a power back in Henry that can take it the distance. This is a very copycat league, if you guys haven't noticed. They see this, they see what the O-line looks like in Indianapolis, where they had a running back that ran for 1,800 yards. You don't think they're trying to replicate the same thing and take some pressure off? Carson Wentz was their freaking quarterback, of crying out loud. You imagine we get a line that will run block like crazy, and you have Josh Allen in the backfield, and you draft Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker, whoever. You don't see the trend? We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not getting my hopes up. I am not getting my hopes up, because you got my hopes up where you start losing your shit. I don't want to be that guy. I don't. Now, I got into this whole running back talk when I was really just trying to get into these draft picks, right? So in the 2019 draft pick, you saw what we did. Ed Oliver, Cody Ford, Devin Singletary, Dawson Knox. You know what I'm saying? He's about to get a second contract, if not like probably next year. Voshon Joseph. I really had good hopes for Voshon Joseph. I don't know where he at right now. Jaquan Johnson still on the team. Daryl Johnson, Panthers, and Tommy Sweeney. He's on this Bills team still. We'll see. Then we drafted AJ Epinesa, Zach Moss. We doubled up 2 years in a row. So get this: 2019 running back, 2020 running back. Okay, let's see how these guys pan out. We shouldn't need a running back anytime soon. Then they start sniffing around other running backs years prior. Doesn't that tell you that potentially we might be getting a running back? Are they happy with what they got? Who knows, man? I'm just putting it out there for you guys. AJ Epinesa, Zach Moss, Gabriel Davis, Jake Fromm with the Giants. Tyler Bass is a kicking machine. Isaiah Hodgins, who knows what goes on with Isaiah Hodgins? Health has always been an issue with him. Not always, has been thus far. And then we got Dane Jackson. That's about to be our CB number 2. So I'm going to give you a trend, all right? Greg Rousseau, Boogie Basham, Spencer Brown, Tommy Doyle, Marquez Stevenson, DeMar Hamlin, Rashard White, Wild Goose, 6th round pick, taken. Jack Anderson, taken. Right? We drafted those guys, but they're not on the team anymore. So we took a cornerback in round 6 last year. We took a cornerback in round 7 the year before that. We took a cornerback in round 6 in the 2019. And Jaquan Johnson's a safety, though, right? I'm looking at all the corners and where we took them. We took a cornerback in Saron Neal. He's really a safety. Teron Johnson's a corner. We took him in round 4. Trey White was the last cornerback that we took in round 1 with this regime. Will they go cornerback in round 1? Highly doubtful. That's just my opinion. I think Breece Hall is the pick, people. Breece Hall is the pick. Or maybe Devontae Wyatt. I don't know. You just never know, man. So, folks, smoke screens are everywhere. Smoke screens are all over the place. You don't know what to believe these days. So believe what you want. But I'm gonna tell you, it's one of those situations where you might get duped. Now, one thing that I will say that I need you guys to help me out with. Get this. We are having our draft show. It's happening, people. I need you guys to show up, show out. It's going to be myself. I'm hosting that bitch. We're going to have a lot of good times, man, featuring Pierre, my man Z-Bot, Rev. I got my man Don Trotman coming in. We got Finn Diesel, my man Kevin. And we are going to have some listen, man, it's going to be a good time. You guys have been around to see what we've done in draft shows before. We saw Kevin have a meltdown. We have great laughs. We have anticipations with one another. There's going to be trade ups. There's going to be trade downs. There's going to be a whole lot of good stuff. And we are doing this for 3 days. Thursday. Come back on Friday. And you know what? If you're real nice, we'll do it again on Saturday afternoon. Folks, the draft is upon us. The draft is upon us, man. Are you guys excited? Because I'm excited as heck. And it's one of those moments where every year we do this, right? Where we get ourselves all hyped up to find out if we're going to be happy or not. Are we going to be happy with this draft picks? Are we going to be happy with this draft class that comes through? Are we going to have to sell ourselves on some of these guys? Absolutely we will. They're probably going to draft guys we have no idea who they are. It's just what it is. Tim McLaughlin says Brees Hall is the smoke. They don't ever let info get out. We thought we were drafting Etienne last year. I know. That's why I feel like all this smoke, like I think who was it? Chris Sims was like, well, the rumors around the league is that the Bills are grabbing Brees Hall. Immediately I said, okay, we're not drafting him. We're not doing it. Now, the one thing that will make me very happy is if we do draft Brees Hall. If he comes in the first and the second, great. Because that's, I mean, the problem is people wonder, like, why do you want to grab him the first? Just wait till the second. We picked 57th. When you're a good team, you pick late. We pick late. We don't have a 30-second pick. So if we don't take him in the first, we're going to miss out on him in the second. I guarantee you somebody's going to grab him. So now you're subject to second and third tier running backs. And if you want to be the best, you got to go first tier all day. Brees Hall played in the Big 12. That isn't a conference known for playing defense. He's not great after the first hit. Get a receiver or a DB at 25. Where the hell did you see? And Mr. Silas, I got to call you out. Where did you see that he's not good after first hit? I hope you're not just reading a bunch of articles that are out there. Fam, put on the tape for yourself. Put on the tape for yourself and see for yourself, my brother, man. He's not good. Listen, there's a thread right now. We cover one that has all his breakdowns of what he does well. I suggest you go and see that for yourself. And if you don't believe that, then go watch the stuff. Don't just watch the highlights, people. Type in Brees Hall versus, and just watch watch his reps. I cannot stand when people say he goes down after the first hit. My goodness, man. And you know it's all love, baby. You know that. But I gotta call you out for that, man. I'm not buying it. Not buying it. Brees Hall gives me Nick Chubb vibes. Yo, if he gives you Nick Chubb, let's take it. And Nick Chubb is a baller, man. Straight baller. John Herring says, or James Cook or Rashad White. Rashad White is great. James Cook is more of a receiving back. I want a guy that can go inside, outside, do all that stuff. He definitely ain't his brother. But he's got talent. Don't get me wrong. He's got some talent. Let me just put it this way before I get out of here. We are subject to whatever the Bills do. We have no control. We got nothing. We don't know ish, right? It's a guessing game, right? But one thing's for sure is nobody's going to be happy with because their guy isn't going to be taken. But we are going to have no choice but to accept who they pick, and we're going to have to sell ourselves. We are going to have to sell ourselves. It's just one of those situations, right? So whatever they pick, we'll sell ourselves, we'll be happy with it, and we'll move on, and we'll find ways of how this team's going to fit. That's how it is, man. Okay, so if we grab a defensive tackle, right, and Devontae Wyatt, we understand. Okay, they drafted for depth. Okay, Tim Settle, Daquan Jones, maybe those guys, you know what I mean, they're on a 1-year deal, 2-year deals, and we want guys like that will stay for the long haul. So they drafted defensive tackle. Ed Oliver, they just picked up Ed Oliver's fifth year option. So he's going to be around. So maybe they draft a defensive tackle. So there's so many ways we can go. Like I said, there's routes that we can take. It's going to be fun. We'll see how it plays out. And we'll go from there. So, you guys know how I do, man. We're going to do one last mock and I'm out of here. But it's going to be a 4-round mock. That's it. Because I still got to do some homework. I got to send my mock draft to my man Bobby, and we're going to do it up. And that's it for me. And then we're going to be back at it again Thursday night. Are y'all excited? I hope you guys are, because I am. We got to do this damn thing up. So here we are. Let's refresh this bit and get into it. So here we are, folks. There's a lot of chatter right now that the Lions might not take Hutchinson. There's a whole bunch of things going on right now. So this is gonna be interesting. So Traylon Burks is available. I've seen some interesting mocks where Traylon Burks goes to the Bills, Andrew Booth goes to the Bills. I've seen, Devontae Wyatt to the Bills. I've seen Zion Johnson to the Bills as well. Zion Johnson's a good ass player, man. Khair Elam. But if I'm going to stay true to it, you guys already know how I feel. I think Breece Hall is the pick. I'm going to stick to it. I say we grab Breece Hall in the first. So what is available in the second? Do we feel good enough with this, with free agent guys that are still out there? Like, for instance, at cornerback position, Joe Hayden is still out there. Von Miller has been vocal about, hey man, I've been trying to recruit Joe Hayden. So a guy like Hayden comes in. Do you need to draft a corner right off the bat? No. So I'm going to assume that we don't grab corner in the second because we're probably going to bring in a veteran guy. So then where's our next best need? Let's scroll up here. Do we go Travis Jones? Grab that UConn big boy defensive tackle, right? Do we go safety? Do we go Jalen Petre? Am I saying that right? What do we know about what's going on with the situation with our guy? Right? Let's talk about it. What are they doing with Jordan Poyer? Are we bringing Jordan Poyer back? Like, what are we doing with that man? Is this the spot where we grab a safety and say screw it? It makes you wonder, right? So I'm scrolling up here. Let me just go to the cornerback spot, see what's available at corner, just to see what's going on. Because I truly believe that there's still some space for them to bring in a veteran corner. So right now it's Martin Emerson. I've been seeing this name a lot lately. Martin Emerson, Marcus Jones, Kobe Bryant, Alontae Taylor, Cam Taylor Britt. I really like this Cam Taylor Britt guy. Michael Wright, Jalen Armour Davis. So let me, like I said, if we go veteran corner, maybe we don't need to grab a corner right off the bat. But it just makes sense to grab a corner. At least we have some some guys there. But Travis Jones, could you imagine if he's available? If we're going, best player available. But who's there at receiver? You got George Pickens at receiver. How do you skip on George Pickens? Right? Sky Moore. Like, what do you guys feel? What's up, Don? I see you, Don Keith. How you doing, girl? It's been a minute. You want to use pick 25 on the regular RB? I'll wait until round 3 or 4. Boy, you stop, Silas Whittle. Stop that nonsense. 3 or 4. Go look at past draft classes and see what available running backs after 4. Stop that, please, sir. So how you guys feel about that? Jenna Carlson says Emerson is good. She feels like we should grab Emerson. Should we grab Emerson? Silas says Emerson and Goodrich are both suspect in man coverage. So you don't like that. So Silas, who you like, Silas? Looking at the top 50 picks, tell me who you like. Namdi says Sky Moore or the best available corner. Well, it'd be Emerson. And don't forget, we're not a very big man-to-man team. We play a lot of zone. So if I'm adding, listen, man, George Pickens, I think he's underrated. And if I'm going to grab someone, it'd be a safety, the Baylor safety, Jalen, that comes down and hits like a ton of bricks. Or you grab George Pickens. And I'm going to go Pickens at this point. Because I'm keeping in mind the veteran corner that we're probably going to bring in. Because he's going to have to hold it down until Trey White gets back. And Dane Jackson is going to hold it down as well. And we have that disgusting pass rush that we're going to have with Greg Rousseau and the rest of these cats on the squad. Von Miller and everybody, right? To me, right now, we've gone receiver. We've gone running back. This is where I believe Troy Anderson, the linebacker, comes in. Now, before I grab him, let me see who else is available. You got 2 safeties in Brian Cook and Kirby Joseph. You got Brian Asamoah, linebacker, that's still available over here. So Rashad, so he's going to be third. He's going to be a third rounder. Okay, it's interesting to know. Sam Williams. So who do you guys like so far? So for this third pick, I think linebacker might be the best fit because we don't know what's going on with our guy Tremaine Edmonds. So how y'all feel? I agree. We need some speed out in the backfield. I don't see anyone better than my guy Devin, but we will see. We'll definitely see. Rashad White, Alec Pierce. You guys like Alec Pierce? Well, I just grabbed Pickens, right? Ronald Wrigley says if Vaughn doesn't get porn suspension, yeah, man. If I don't know if you guys have been listening and paying attention to this Von Miller story, but Vaughn, my man Vaughn, I mean, had a little breakup with his old girl, and I guess some drama happened, and I guess he sent a picture and says, "Yo, is this your girl?" And I guess he sent a pic of this said young lady, potentially in the nude. Anyway, she's suing that he sent pictures of her to whoever, so he's dealing with that. So who knows how that's gonna play out? But anyway, so Ronald Wrigley, you're right, man. I don't know what he's dealing with that. But so Troy Anderson, we like Troy Anderson with his 3rd round pick, linebacker out of Montana State, or are we gonna go with this missile over here in Brian Osamoah? Let me see what we got at the safety position. Safety position right now, we got Vernon McKinley, Nick Cross from out of Maryland is there, Tyson Anderson. So let me see what we got at the offensive tackle. Maybe we need to bring I want a guard. Let's see what we got at guard. Interior O-lineman. What's available at guard? Ed Ingram, Alec Lindstrom. So these are guys that we can grab at this point too, right? And I don't know too much about these guys. We got Juergens that's a little later on, so we can grab. So for me, next best thing is Troy Anderson, man. I can't not grab Troy Anderson with what's going on with Tremaine Edmonds. We don't know what's going on. So boom, 3rd round pick. So now what? We sitting here. We're gonna skip through this, see who gets picked, who's available. Jelani Woods still available. Really? Tight end. Cam Taylor-Britt. See, this is value right here. Value right here with a 4th round pick. I am most definitely grabbing Taylor-Britt. And look at John Ridgeway still there too, but I'm grabbing Taylor-Britt ASAP. Now, how do you guys feel about that? Do we grab a tight end or do we grab Britt? I'm just scrolling through the chat right now, see how you guys feel. Pickens or Sky Wollen. I already picked up Pickens, so Pickens is on our squad. I'm gonna show you what the squad looks like in just a second. Yo, you want to grab Rashad White? We just grabbed the running back. Unless you're trying to get rid of both Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, we can't grab that dude again. We can't grab another running back. Yo, Nick Cross, you like Nick Cross? We grabbed the safety Nick Cross. Is he still there? Nick Cross, huh? Shoot, let's go. We need a safety, right? We don't know what's going on with our guy. So shoot, let's go safety. I don't mind that pick at all. Actually, that's a great pick. The 4th round, that's great value right there. Great value. Don't forget Richard Forbes. I see that. Cam Britt is a bigger need, but don't forget we still have a lot of veteran guys, and McDermott likes his veterans. He's not very keen on starting his rookie guys, right? The only rookie that I've ever seen him start off the bat was Trey White and Tremaine Edmonds. Those are the 2, right? And we grabbed those guys pretty. I mean, one was 27th pick, and one was with a 15th or 17th pick. So I can't see them starting a guy right off the bat. So veteran guy is what I see happening. So this is where I probably go and try to grab myself a corner. Question is, who's available at corner? So let's scroll on. Shoot, we got Zion McCollum. Boy, that's a no-brainer. No-brainer. You ain't got to talk to me twice. I'll take Zion McCollum right off the bat. Right off the bat. So now, let's see what we got here. So we're now in the big boy territory. So we got Cam Juergens, Abram Thomas. We got Sincere McCormick, Cade. Fam, I kind of like this. We got Chase Lucas as another corner. Some of these African cats, man, I swear, I got to look them up because we don't know them by name, but like they're probably nice as heck. I mean, just for the sake of it, I knew that this guy would probably be available around this time. This is the perfect fit for us. So we grab we grab interior O lineman Cameron Jurgens. Good depth piece at that. So now we're in the 6th pick. I said I wasn't going to go past this, but here we are. And this is probably where I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop right here. Unless you guys see something you guys like. We got a corner. So, I mean, look, this is what these are our picks thus far. And I would be, listen, if Brandon Beane came out and said, ladies and gentlemen, these are our picks right now, you are not going to have an unhappy Bills fan, in my opinion. And that's because obviously Breece Hall, right? But Breece Hall in the 1st, George Pickens out of Georgia in the 2nd, Troy Anderson, linebacker, potentially if Tremaine Edmonds decided to leave. We got a Troy Anderson right in there with Matt Milano. Then we got our safety from Maryland and Nick Cross. And then we picked up a corner in the 5th pick in Zion McCullum. Boy, please, man, let's go, man. I gotta screenshot this later on. This is what's up right here, folks. Real talk. So I'm gonna end it right there. Man. But I'll be certainly happy with those picks right there. I'm gonna stop that right now, folks. I'm gonna stop that right now. What up, Sam? Samuel Harris, what's going on, man? What's happening? So, folks, smash that like for your boy right before you get out of here, right before I get out of here. I appreciate your time. I really do. Folks, it's been fun, man. This draft class was fun. I like going through all the draft classes and seeing how horrible we were at one point. It was rough. It was tough sledding, man. Tough sledding. And then, I mean, the last draft is obviously Greg Rousseau, Boogie Basham. We're finding out what's going to happen with Boogie Basham. I have no idea how he fits and how we're going to use him, honestly, because this thing is freaking loaded. This defensive line rotation is going to be bananas this year, right? Greg Rousseau, Boogie Basham, Spencer Brown's already holding it down. We got Tommy Doe that's probably going to be swinging left to right? Marquise Stevenson. We're going to see what's really good with Marquise Stevenson this year. We got to find out where he fits. Is he going to be our main return guy? Is he not? You know what I'm saying? We'll find out soon enough. We will find out soon enough. Man, I got fired again. Terrence Blanton, you fired me again? Yo, this is 3 times you fired me, man. Yo, I'm going to take your pick slips away from you, man. I thought that was a damn good draft. I think it's the best draft we've had since I've been doing it with Z-Bot and Rev. Real talk. These guys influenced me terribly. I think this was a damn good draft. But anyway, so Marquez Stevenson, Damar Hamlin. I'm looking forward to seeing what Damar Hamlin can do this year as well. Rashard Wild Goose and Jack Anderson. I mean, those guys we drafted they got snapped off of our practice squad. So that's the way it is, man. So we drafted 2 guys and they got taken. So we're doing something right. And I trust these guys will do a very good job this year. So I'm going to leave it at that. So, folks, that's my time. I appreciate y'all. Please do not forget, smash that like while you guys are in here. If you have not subscribed to the channel. We are growing this thing. We're trying to get this. I want to try to grow this thing to 25,000 subscribers. Hopefully by mid-year, end of the season, and then grow this thing. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some grinding, but we're going to try to make it happen, man. So that being said, don't forget to join us. Please join us Thursday night, the BF Draft Show. You know what I mean? It's gonna be live on our YouTube channel. I'm gonna make sure that I post it to. It's gonna be on Facebook as well as Twitter. We're gonna be live on Twitter as well. So if you are a Twitter user and you like to just kind of scroll through Twitter, by all means, go ahead and do that. And we'll go from there. So folks, man, before I get out of here, man, I want to give a big shout out to my guy, Jeff King. I know my man is doing some things and he's handling his business right now, but you know me, I'm always thinking about you, my man. So I just wanted to give a shout out to my man, Jeff King. And we'll go from there, man. Much love to each and every one of y'all. I am hyped for this draft. I hope you guys are. Terrence Blanton, I know you hype. I'm hype. I'm ready to go, man. I'm going to be in pure form. I'm going to get a good nap. You know what I'm saying? Get a good sleep and then be energized and ready to go. And I don't know how I'm going to do my setup just yet. I mean, I got to have the big TV, or I'm going to have it in this room here. I'm not even sure just yet, but it's going to be fun. So tune in with us. It's going to be fun. Myself, Pierre, Z-Bot, Rev, Don, Kevin. We're going to have all of us on one screen, and we'll go from there, man. And maybe we'll have a special guest. You just never know. We'll have a special guest. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me get my funk music back on, because I need to let y'all get out of here with some nice funk, and that's it for us. So, folks, you guys have yourself a great evening. I gotta get out of here. Thank you for the sub, JJ. We're gonna see you on the draft day. Let me turn that up. You guys don't know about that. Let me scroll some else. We are gonna have a damn good time when it comes to draft time. So y'all get with me. If you guys have not gone to the BF fan shop, go ahead and cop your tees. Which one I got on tonight? She loves the big sack. She does. Oh, and by the way, she loves that Buffalo D. Hey, yo. Go ahead and get your tees. Go ahead to the BF fan shop. If you guys have not downloaded the app, BF Network. It's easy. It's simple. It allows you to do all the things you need to do. Smash that like, subscribe to the channel. If you guys have not joined, it's very simple. Go to supportbf.com. It's that simple. If you want to know where everything is, instead of clicking here, clicking there, clicking everywhere, supportbf.com. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, and I'm gone. Let's go.